Hello, everybody. Welcome, guys. This is the ATL America's Pro match between Tops Gaming and AlpX. I'm your caster Snoopy, and joined by me is my co-caster Salivant.
How you guys going? Today we have AlpX versus TSØP. What's that weird O? How do you pronounce that?
TSØP, I guess. I don't know.
I'm not sure either. If the server's not East US, we'll just have to make without me in the party and invite me in to the game manually. Alright, so we'll be starting off with a TVZ. We'll be hoping to get the right server and avoid the party bug that so often strikes SEA players, myself certainly included. And we're gonna try and get straight into game number 1. Will be a bit of a wait to get into the game on Blue Shift, as this is most people's first game of the day, including myself. And that takes a bit of loading up the map.
Although I think Blue Shift is one of those maps where it doesn't take as much loading or frame rate because it's kind of simpler compared to like Automaton or some other maps.
It has less doodads and such.
Yeah, less details or less I guess stuff on it that would use a lot more resources.
Here we go.
By the way,
happening in any second.
Yeah. By the way, both teams is 2-1 in terms of their record. So both teams looking to get a win here.
Should be quite the match, and we are in East US, so here we go. In the bottom left, the red Zerg representing TSØP. It is the Zerg Nagi.
And spawning at the top right, we have our blue Terran player from AlphaX. It is Uzikoti.
Spam the users in the chat, guys. I know you're already doing it. Uzikoti, one of our more recent high-level European additions. I believe the highest ranked Terran in the clan.
Yep, a French player, of course.
Is Firefox a Terran or is Firefox a Zerg?
Zerg.
Okay. Yeah, because I knew that Uzikoti and Firefox were at a pretty similar level, so there you go. Uzikoti probably the top Terran that AlphaX has for now.
Yeah, and we don't have a lot of Terran players in, or at least really high-level Terran players in our clan, so it's always nice to have some.
We were looking at trying to recruit Future, but we ended up with Australia. Still both of them very fine picks.
And I believe Uzikoti, he won, I'm not sure, I think it's the Proxy Tempest or something. He won a recent tournament, I think yesterday. So
very cool.
Yeah, congrats to him.
Clearly in good form lately. So we are going to have just a Reaper coming up from Uzi as he's going to expand. All very standard, so we are going to see pretty normal opening from both sides. That Spotter Spawning Pool coming out from Nagi, something that a lot of Zergs seem to have done, seems to have fallen a bit out of favor lately. I was never really a big fan of it. What do you think about the Spotter Spawning Pool?
I mean, it does, I guess, spots the Reaper earlier if they jump in. And I think the only, I guess, vulnerability if the Terran player does drop with full of like Marines or something and they snipe it, and you gotta remake it, of course. But you just gotta be map aware to see that there are drops coming and position your army in time before that happens.
Drone will just immediately be killed. Nagi not turning it into a Spore Crawler. That's a pretty uncharacteristic mistake from someone of his level, already losing 2 drones.
Oh wow. Oh, might be even 3. Nope.
No. The Reaper, will it get away? Yes, it does, just barely. Wow, some great micro from Uzikoti. And a bit of a mistake from Nagi, focusing on something else at the time.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose drones, especially in the beginning of the game. I mean, if you lose 2 in the mid or late game, that's okay. That's fine. But in the early game, that's actually huge.
Yeah, one drone to that early Reaper is a bit of an error. 2 is practically unheard of at levels like this. Looks like Uzikoti is pushing his muscle pretty fast. Oh, it gets that creep tumor as well. That Reaper, worth its weight in gold right now.
Yeah, give that Reaper a raise here. Oh, there's actually a miss rally here. This is a random SCV, just wandering around and just checking out stuff, sightseeing.
Scouting SCV. Reaper's unionized, you know. There's only so much work it can be asked to do in 1 week. We do have a Roach Warren coming out from Nagi pretty quickly. Don't think this is early enough to be like an aggressive Roach Warren, but it does seem to be a very safe Roach Warren. But it's just gonna be Hellion Banshee from Uzikoti. Very standard type of play.
Yeah, he did scout the Hellion opening, so I think he wanted some roaches just to help defend against that.
Makes sense. Uzikoti with a slightly changed opening, going up to 7 Hellions. So I wonder if we're going to see an armory behind this. Yeah, there we go. Generally, if you make more than 6 Hellions, that indicates an armory is coming.
Yep, and Nagi does scout this. Oh, actually, this might be aggressive roach push because there's 3 queens out in the map traveling across.
Yeah, you're right. It definitely is an aggressive push, as you said. I thought it was a bit too late of a Roach Warren to be an aggressive push, but when it comes with the queens, suddenly it all makes sense. The Hellions and Banshees are going to be on the completely wrong side of the map. Although I think they might be realizing something's up now. I think, yeah, they're heading back.
Yeah, he's
Cloak will be done though, and there aren't any overseers. There's no detection on the other side of the map for Nagi, so time is going to be on Uzikoti's side.
yeah.
He's used to buy enough time.
There's no lair too, so he can't even morph one.
Yeah, so these cloaked banshees are just gonna they're gonna be worth their weight in gold as well. I'm kind of overusing that analogy, but it's very true. Oh, but this first banshee might get nope. It does cloak now. So Nagi has to get damage done right now. He's bringing the roaches and ravages in, but the Hellions have a great concave. Some Lingers are coming in as well. The Hellions retreating back. I imagine SCVs are probably going to be pulled off the line, and there we go. The SCVs are trying to protect the Hellions as best they can. Meanwhile, the Banshees are continuing to rain down hell. All the Queens are gone. The Hellions are starting to fall. The SCVs, lots of them are going down, but it looks like Uzikoti is going to hold. And he's going to lose a lot, but overall I think he's going to be ahead in this fight because he's got 3 bases. Well, he's nearly got 3 bases on the way, and he's taken out basically all of his opponent's queens because they were pulled at the same time, and now these Banshees, there is no answer to them as they rain down hell from the sky. And Uzikoti will hold this and have a worker lead as well as the 3rd base finished. Excellent defense from Uzi.
Yeah, that was... I mean, even though 14 SCVs went down, I mean, even in workers, 3 bases, no lair for the Zerg. I mean, yeah, you can't actually be in a better position if I was a Terran player.
Oh yeah, he's definitely in great shape. And he's making 3 more factories, so he's going to mech from this. And he's getting +1 armor only, so I think he might be going for that Hellion Cyclone type of play that we see lately.
Oh, but there's a Ling run by into the natural.
Oh no! The wall is not finished. The Hellions and Banshees are not there. He's gonna lose a lot of workers all of a sudden. Only a single Hellbat here trying to be protected by the SCVs. The SCVs are repairing the Hellbat. I didn't know SCVs could repair Hellbats. I thought they were biological. But even then, it's not enough. 14 SCVs down. Uzikoti needs to get some serious damage done right now if he wants to stay in this game.
Yeah, he's trying to do damage at the natural with the Banshees. Still no overseer here, as the lair is still not done yet.
Yeah, and those 4 Banshees are raining down hell on the drones. There's no Queen actually protect this anymore. There's so many Banshees, they're just going to take out these spores as they try and burrow. The natural is not mining, the 3rd is not mining. Nagi still has a lot of workers, but the workers aren't really able to mine, and this natural base might actually go down.
Alright.
Moving around to avoid the spores. Isn't even going to lose a Banshee. A lot more of these drones going to fall. This natural's going to go down as well. I think the Coast Banshees have done their job. The 3rd base might even go down as well. That would put Uzikoti back to put Naga back to 1 base. Yeah, I think Uzikoti's done this. GG, wow. Very back and forth.
Yeah, looked a bit scary with the Ling run by, but I think Uzi just had a great position with that first attack, or I guess first defense there with the Banshees. And Uzi takes it 1-0 for AlphaX.
And Rams versus Paku Mike, a PVT, will be our next match.
Yep. Alright, in the meantime, let's go ahead and give some shout outs to some people. First of all, thank you Uzikoti, who was actually streaming earlier, hosted us with 44 viewers. And then Juha, hopefully I didn't butcher that name, followed. And then also thank you Sniper SCCA with the host, and also with a tier 3 subscription to the channel, which is insane. So thank you so much, appreciate it for the support. And we will be heading into our second game here soon. All right, let's go ahead and again take a look at the standings so far, the current ATL standings. And look at the, I guess the standing up here. As you can see, there's Group A, and then we're down here in Group B. Currently in 4th place with a 2-1 record. And as you can see, Topps Gaming is number 2 currently with a 2-1 record. I think they had the better map score, so they get the advantage over us. So yeah, after tonight, I guess I'm pretty sure the standings will change here. Storm Gaming at number 1 with an undefeated record of 3-0. And then we can see in Group A, there's the Black Knight Esports Club that is 3-0 as well, along with Try Again, which is 3-0. Try Again is actually the reigning America's Pro champion. They beat Storm Gaming last season to win it all. Alright, so what map are we going to play next here? It looks like we're going to play on Parasite. LE.
Alright, I'm back. Are we getting into it?
Yeah, I think so. Someone disconnected from the party, unfortunately. Oh, he said A-Box needs to restart the PC. Alright, so we're just going to wait for TSØP's captain to come back here.
Alrighty. So yeah, Rams versus Parker Mike. So Parker Mike's about a 5.7, 5.8k Terran. I don't really know a ton about Rams. Don't really know much about TSØP themselves. They're clearly a good team since they've gone 2-1 so far in this ATL, and it's probably the most competitive ATL we've seen so far. But it looks like Rams is a 5k Terran, so he's going to have his work cut out for him to beat Parker Mike.
Oh, I guess yeah, he's definitely gonna, because Paco Mike is a really strong player. He reminds me of like Rain, where he's like more of a solid macro defensive type of player for some reason. I haven't seen much of his games, but I think from the games I've seen him play, that's how he tends to play.
Pardon, what was that?
I said Paco Mike, he reminds me of the Protoss player Rain. You know, remember Rain from before?
Oh yeah, I remember Rain.
Yeah,
A very, very macro heavy player.
Yeah, he's like more macro kind of defensive type of player, I feel like.
Fair enough. Refuses to cheese under any circumstances.
I mean, imagine he just like makes me look stupid and just like cheese the next game here. Although I expect he won't be cheesing, as like you said, he's pretty ahead in terms of MMR, so I would expect that he would just play out.
Yeah, well, against a player that much further below me, that's what I would do as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's how I play against lower level players. I know that if the game goes long enough, it's in my favor. But of course, low level players tend to be at their most dangerous when their back's up against the wall, right? So I would expect to see something clever out of Rams if he knows Parker Mike.
Mm-hmm.
There's really two kinds of players, right? And I've mentioned this to you before. There's players who, when they're outmatched, just continue to do what they always do. And then there's players who actively try and win. And we've seen a big difference in that in AlphaX contenders. When we get our M3 players who come in and face these high level players, we generally see some people just play their standard game and lose. And they're like, okay. Whereas other players really try and take the fight to the high level players and don't give them an inch and really try and win. And even when they don't succeed, it's a thrilling game.
Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and make the map, and then we'll just wait for A-Box to come back and invite him here.
Okie dokie.
It's going to be on Parasite.
Yep. You can either make it, or you can give me the leadership back.
Just go ahead and make the map here. And tournament has a... Okay, looks like it says Paco Mike has a tournament, actually.
What? What do you mean?
Sushi's telling me Wait, place box is the other caster. Is A box here?
Not in the chat. No.
Let's see. All right. Yeah, he's not in the chat channel, I don't think, right?
I was expecting you to invite Rams.
Oh, Rams. Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and invite him.
I didn't realize you wanted me to invite the players. My bad.
Oh no, it's okay. All right, okay. You invited him. All right, nice. Let me go ahead and.
You're gonna have to move Parker Mike though, because I can't. Alright, so we're gonna wait a minute to see if A-Box returns. And there we go.
All right, there we go.
Alright, so we're gonna get ready into game number 2. Parker Mike versus Rams.
All right.
What do you... Go on.
Looks like everyone's ready, so here we go.
Yeah, already we've had one very exciting back and forth TVZ. Now we have a TVP, where the Protoss definitely has the advantage on paper, but we shall see how it turns out in practice. What will Rams have in store for Parker Mike? Will he be one of those players who sits back and plays his regular game and waits to die? Or will he be one of those players who really takes the fight to the enemy and tries to win no matter who the opponent is?
Waiting to die. Oh man.
I gotta say, some people they don't think they can win, so they don't really try.
Yeah.
They just try not to lose for as long as possible. Which is fine for the ladder when you're trying to learn, but in a tournament, I mean, come on, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
It's a killer instinct. And it's something that's worth developing.
Yeah, they want to do everything possible to try and help their team win. As the America's Pro Division actually has a prize pool. If some people don't actually know, but there's actually I think a $100 or $200 prize pool, total prize pool for the division. So each team.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so each team's that makes it far into the playoffs, I think is 1 to 3 that gets the prize, some type of prize pool. So I don't recall the exact amount, but I think
and we're splitting it among our own players. I remember that, the ones who play and the ones who win.
Yep.
All right. So the game is about to load up. Everyone's fully loaded. Everyone that I can see on my screen, anyway. We might have a couple of our observers that are still loading in.
Yep. So TSØP is actually from a European team. So I think maybe there we go. It has finally loaded.
There you go. That explains why I haven't heard of him before. In the upper left, representing TSØP, the purple Terran, the underdog, it is Rams.
And spawning at the bottom right, we have the red Protoss player from AlphaX. It is Parker Mike.
I do love that yellow dragon of ours.
Yeah, looks really nice.
I think we need a name for the dragon.
I think I guess gold or yellow with the black background looks really nice.
Oh yeah, definitely. Have you seen the maroon jerseys? Those are really cool too.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, we have a recently opened merchandise store, and the design at least looks really nice. You can check it out, of course, in the below. There's a Twitch panel that has the store. You could just click on it, and it will direct you to the store.
Sushi's actually planning on sending me one. Very nice of him.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so Rams is walling himself off with a supply depot that he's not yet finishing. So that means he's going to hide something. There's something that he does not want Paco Mike to know. And he's going to be proxying a factory, it looks like. There we go. Rams is definitely going to be that second type of player. The one who tries to win no matter what.
Nice. Now
And
it's
we will
up-
see a Marine, not a Reaper.
Oh. Hopefully it's not too much lag. It's
Yeah.
Eastern, so
Yeah, it is on East. So I don't know what's happening. Might need to pull that. Oh no, it doesn't have to pull that SCV. Good Terran Marine micro, but all the probe just gets away. In the meantime, Paco Mike's seen enough. He knows something is up. He is getting a Nexus, but he's probably going to focus on getting a tech structure pretty quickly. I wonder if it'll be a Robo, because that's generally pretty good against these kinds of proxies. We'll have to see how Paco Mike wants to respond. I think he knows that a proxy of some kind is underway. He's gonna scout around.
Oh, yep, Starport coming in here. I remember back in the day where cyclones were like really strong. So like once you see like no expansion from Terrans, like you don't even expand. You just cancel it, and you just
Actually, I think Paco Mike might not be quite sure that this is a proxy. Look at all the SCVs he's making, all the probes he's making.
Oh.
I think generally you want to stop at about 26 or so against an attack like this. But he's going up to like 30 plus. I don't think he knows.
Yeah, the first cyclone's already out here. There's
Yeah,
no
he's
shield
got
battery.
Marines. He's pulling his CVs. Rams is going all out for this, and Paco Mike isn't really reacting properly.
Oh boy, this might get scary for Paco Mike here.
He doesn't even have any shield batteries. Oh man, and here comes the first Cyclone. Manages to dodge out of the way of that with 4 SCVs to repair that. These Marines, this Viking to help DPS, this is going to be seriously dangerous. He needs to buy time for this Immortal. Bunkers are going to come up straight away. He's going to pull this... I'd like to see him just pull him, yeah, straight up to his main. That's the way he should do it. And he's going to do... Oh, he's going to try and pull probes and use them as a buffer to try and take out these units. He's going to go after the Cyclone, but doesn't quite get it. Already losing 9 probes for his trouble. The Immortal does come up now, which is going to be crucial for this defense. Ooh, he almost gets it. I think he's going to be able to deny any bunkers coming up just. Oh, that's so close. But this tank now doing some nasty shots.
Wow,
He's
getting
a
those,
warp.
getting those SCVs building the bunker, that's huge.
Oh yeah. That was the thing was only like half a second away from finishing, and that could have changed the entire game. He's going to go after the tank now. And he's going to take it down. The Cyclone and Viking are next, and he's going to hold this.
Oh, wow. That's such a great hold by Paco Mike there.
Yeah, I can't believe he did that. And this tank is just completely out in the open. It's just going to get destroyed as well. And Paco Mike's going to follow this all the way back to the source. Oh no, not quite. Doesn't quite scout the actual units, but he's going to move across the map now and get some attacks done. In the meantime, he's building another Immortal at home. I think he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, he's feeling confident enough to at least move out across the map here, trying to get some damage done. And there's actually, yeah, there's still no second command center here for Rams. Instead, he's on the defensive end.
That's it. Paco Mike. I guess I'm not sure if he knew this was coming, or if he just knew what he could get away with, or if he reacted late but reacted really well. But either way, produced more workers than I would have thought he should make, and still held. It was a close one, but he held. If that bunker had gone up, it could have been very different.
I don't think he actually knew for sure, because I think he would have at least made the shield battery a bit earlier. So, but even though he was caught off guard, yeah, he handled that really well.
Yeah, well played. And now all of a sudden, AlpX is on match point. Let's check out our next game. Next game will be Levon versus Kunamatata. It will be a TVZ. Levon, another 5k-ish player. So again, Kuna does have the advantage on paper. Remember, this group has managed to go 2-1 so far in their matches, so they've clearly, done well. Despite their lower MMR, they've really taken it to the Goliaths that is the Pro League, and done very well for themselves. I'm very impressed. We'll have to see if they can keep this up in this match, and see if they can take a game, maybe even take the match.
Next map will be Carroll's Junction, so I mean, it's one of the maps that I think a lot of people like. It's one of the fan favorites. So both players should be at least comfortable with it or familiar with it.
Yep, it's a pretty standard macro map. It's an old one, so people are familiar with it.
And even if you don't like it, you still got a lot of experience with it because other people like it so much that they always keep playing on it.
That's right. Kuna's TVZ is quite good, so I look forward to seeing him play. He was doing the Ghost Hellion strat before it was cool.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing that in a couple of ATL seasons ago, in the first season that we casted.
Yeah, I think it was Alpha Team League Season 11. We were casting a bunch of games and saw Kun Matata put that strat out.
Yeah, and it usually worked.
Yeah, I remember that season we were like debating, like, how do you pronounce abiogenesis?
Yes, I remember that. Abiogenesis, oh, what a crazy map that was.
I somewhat miss it.
I think Fracture was a better version of Abiogenesis. I liked Fracture.
Yeah, Fracture wasn't bad.
Because was he actually even faster than Abiogenesis, but allowed for you to wall off with just 2 buildings so that you didn't just auto lose the game in PvZ.
Oh yeah.
So it allowed for those fast matches, for those fast maps to exist. That's how I learnt the that chrono boost out the Adept and sent it across the map to delay the CC build, because it was just so effective on Fracture because it was such a small rush distance. They actually recently nerfed that shot slightly, which is probably for the best.
Yeah.
I think I do approve of the nerfs they gave Protoss, though I like the buffs we got as well. I think overall we turned out pretty well, but what they did was they took out like the most abusive ways that we had to play the game, with the super powerful Tempests and the delaying of the Terran command center for ages.
Oh yeah, I like the recent patch as well for Protoss.
So even if we got a little more powerful, I think we also got a little more fair in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we're still strong, but we're not like strong in the way that we are strong in this exact one way that just happens to be abusive and nigh unbeatable. You know?
I can imagine I can imagine the chat is like has some disagreements here. I mean, we're both Protoss players, so I guess we're a bit biased.
Yeah, but like I agree with the Tempest nerf. It was a necessary nerf.
Yeah, it was.
I only played Tempest a few times, but oh my god, it was like once I had them, it was like I couldn't lose.
Yeah, I don't mind it too much.
Let's head to the bathroom, so I'm just going to grab a drink real quick.
All right. Yeah, so there's been a lot of recent updates to the universe of StarCraft. We recently got our GSL schedule, or I guess announcement. I think some people were a bit scared or worried about the status of GSL because it was a bit late. Usually they announce it earlier, but they did announce it. It's going to be pretty much the same GSL schedule as last season or last year's in 2018, where there's like 3 GSL events, 2 super tournaments, and one. There's also one Korea versus the world. So that's gonna be yeah. The prize pool is also pretty much the same. So I think most people are happy that it's back.
I'm back.
All right, welcome back.
The advantage of living in a studio.
By the way,
First,
oh, go ahead.
I was saying first week of work's done. Now I'm here on the weekend casting with you.
Oh, nice. How was the first week of work? Was it stressful or was it easier than you thought?
Yes. Yes to both. Had some stressful moments, but overall it wasn't as bad as I had expected to believe from horror stories I heard about the tech world.
The co-workers there all cool and stuff?
Oh yeah, they're all great. Everyone rallied behind me and it's helping me out, which is really cool.
Oh, that's good.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna like it there.
Sweet.
What were you gonna say before I interrupted you?
I was just gonna say like because the new season just started, so we had a few new maps. I was wondering what you think of the new maps that came out.
Let's see. Alright, we've got New Repugnancy, which I only played on once, and it was a Cannon Rush game, so I don't really have an opinion. Cyberforce, it's hard to wall off. Apparently M. Canning's been putting a pylon, and that's part of his wall in order to wall off properly there, because otherwise you've got like one exact place you can put your pylon in order to not block off your nexus and allow you to wall off properly, and I only got that like once. So it's a bit iffy, but overall nice. And what was the third map that was added?
King's Cove.
King's Cove. Yeah, King's Cove seemed like it was going to be really bad, but it's actually okay because they changed it to be a 10 hex wall instead of an 11 hex wall.
Yeah, it's actually part of the All in the Nidus map pool, and then I guess they adopted it.
Because it was funny because in the Master Swan Open, my opponent in round 2 speedling rushed a guy in round 1 who didn't realize there were 2 entrances into his main. And so we just lost the game immediately, and I was like, okay, I think this is like a 12 hex wall, so I'm gonna need to like have my pylon in such a way that I can put a gateway out in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd started doing that, and then I found out it was a 10 hex wall, so I had to sort of improvise. So I set it up so that I was able to put a shield battery behind the wall to completely block it off, and then use an adept to sort of double wall off. And instead of a speedling rush, you went for a baneling bust, and I just held that really easily because I'd prepared for it ahead of time.
Ah, I see.
So, yeah, I haven't really played many games on Kings either, but I think I'm going to unveto it now that I know that it's a 10 hex wall and see how that plays out. Because I think it might turn out a lot like Abyssal Reef.
Yeah, it looks like it too, like the design.
The first 3 bases are pretty much a mirror image of Abyssal.
I expected new Repugnancy to be very Cannon Rush heavy, because there's actually a area down in the ramp where you could wall off yourself with 2 pylons and then make the cannon inside, and even do it in a way where you can push the probe out, so you could you don't have your probe stuck inside the wall.
Oh wow, yeah, I'll have to be ready for that.
Yeah, so
I might have to do one of those patrols down there, patrol a probe down there on the ladder. All right, and here we go. In the upper left, what the hell is with this guy's creep? Is anyone else seeing this?
Oh my god.
In the upper left.
Holy.
Spawning is the what? As the Zerg, it is Levon.
Oh my god.
We didn't see this across the entire map?
This is scary. Holy cow.
Let's just introduce our other... Okay,
oh my god. This is going to give me nightmares, I swear to god. I don't even know if I should introduce Kuna Matata. Alright, I guess they're not redoing it, maybe? Oh wait.
Game paused.
Okay, we...
Oh, he says his mineral line is winter?
So yeah, we've got some graphical issues this patch, but never one like that.
Oh my god, yeah.
My UI went red yesterday.
That is crazy. Holy Jesus.
Oh, it wasn't winter as in like snow, it was winter. His minerals had winter's face on them.
Oh man. Oh, this is so funny.
kind of makes my my red UI seem a lot more innocuous.
I know, right?
I thought I was losing. I was like, can you see this? Can anyone else see this? Have I finally gotten off the deep end? Have I finally snapped?
It's like you woke up in the middle of the night going to the bathroom and you just walk into the bathroom and then like Winter's face is on the toilet lid or something. You're like, what in the world? You don't expect it to be there.
Well, that was interesting. I hope someone clipped that.
That would be a funny clip.
Just watch us losing our minds.
It seems like
Alright, let's try this again.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like one of those like moments where, it's like a Blizzard played the April Fool jokes or something. That'd be a good April Fool joke by Blizzard if they do that.
Yeah, but it would have to fade after like 60 seconds, because otherwise it would be so annoying.
Yeah.
Fade after 60 seconds or something, and then it's funny.
Winter will be the most hated guy in StarCraft too.
Nah, it's a random based on one of the top 16 from the Q-Lash portraits. In the top left, spawning as the Red Terran with minerals that thankfully do not seem to have faces on them. It is Kuna Matata.
And spawning at the bottom right, he is the Green Zerg representing TSØP. And luckily, he does not have any faces on his creep. It is Levon.
Never have I been so grateful to see real creep in my life.
I know, right? Oh.
Just wait, this is actually a secret test for the StarCraft next way to generate revenue. In a few months, we're just going to see like the Coke icon, instead of the face, tiling all the creep in the minerals.
Oh man.
Year Zero brought to you by Coca-Cola.
That will be an advertisement to the extreme.
Instead of GG, taste the refreshment.
All right.
So I was going to say something, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, looks like Levon's gonna go ahead and send his overlord through the pathing to the left and right side, which is gonna go help him at least cover some area to see and there's any proxies, but unfortunately for him, Kuna Matata, I don't think he proxies too many games.
No, Kuna's not really a proxy kind of guy. He's definitely a 2-base aggression kind of guy, but not a 1-base aggression kind of guy. Oh, that's right. That's what I was going to say. In the MSO, I won my prize. A couple of those Clash. That's actually what's pronounced. Caster Invitational portraits, and I'm wondering which ones I should get.
Oh.
Thinking there's Pig, in Maynard, In Control, and Zombie Grub, and those are all good options.
Yeah, I mean, if it was up to me, I would choose Pig. I like Pig's stream. He's very great player as well. Very nice guy.
I do like Pig. I mean, the real solution is I'm just gonna have to win next month as well, so I can have all 4 of them. But
yeah.
for now, I'll have to pick some. Oh well, I got time.
Oh, I guess you would probably. I guess your first choice could probably be Maynard, just because of your epic player introduction.
That's a good point. I should have a Maynard portrait as a tribute to the man who I continue to mimic each and every week with varying degrees of success.
And the whole purpose why people tune in the first place.
You're right. Yeah, I've got to get a Maynard portrait. I think the other one's going to be Pig or Zombie Group.
Alright, looks like we have a few Zerglings from Levon. Gonna go ahead and actually get the meal, which is pretty nice.
Oh well, yeah, that's getting tons of damage on. Oh, it's even going to sneak into the main base and get that scouting in, going to see everything that's going on. Very nice. Gets a mule, gets scouting information done. Plenty of payoff for Zerglings. We are going to see Hellion Banshee as the tech of choice from Kuna. And it's not. It doesn't. They don't really. Terra doesn't really care if Zerg sees them doing that. It's like a Stargate in PvZ. It's like, okay, you spotted me, so what? There's actually a couple of SCVs not doing anything at the top left of Kuna's main.
Oh, yeah. Gotta
Sort of
put
hanging
those-
out there on the job.
Just having a lunch break, so.
Ooh, that Hellion is in trouble as well. Man, Kuna's units and workers, they're just slacking off this game.
Yeah, I wonder if this is like his first game of the day or something. Sometimes it, when you play the first game of the day, it's like you're kind of slower than normal.
Yeah, definitely could be. That's why warming up is important, not just in sports, but in esports as well. We do see a third command center coming out really quickly from Kuna, so it looks like Kuna's just going to do some harass. He's not actually going to try any two-base aggression like we often see of him. Going to play more of a macro style against this Levon character. Maybe Kuna knows the rank of his opponent and decides that he'll take a long game. I've played against Kuna before. I'm not that much weaker than Levon MMR-wise, and Kuna is terrifying to play against. I've never taken a game of him.
Yeah, he's actually one of the favorites, I think, to win it all in our Contenders Cup here.
Ooh, he's going to lose 2 Hellions and a Reaper, though. Yeah, he's definitely up there. I'm definitely expecting him to make it out of his group into the semi-finals.
Yeah, same here.
I'm thinking Ravage Kuna probably to advance from that group.
If you guys want to watch that, of course, tune in to next Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep, and tune in this Saturday at 2 p.m. as well, because we're going to have the MVP Cup. And at about 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be joining in and helping to cast the second half of that cup.
Yep,
There's a lot of lings out for Levon. So Levon's definitely low on workers, but he's going to deny this third base for quite a long time. Until a good amount of Hellions come up. I'd actually like to see another couple of Hellions come out for Kuna, but he's already switched it over to a tech lab. Because killing those couple of Hellions really helped, because it means that those lings can do a lot more in the early on. Oh, these Cloaked Banshees take out a Queen, deny a lot of this creep. Very nicely done.
Oh,
good damage from
another
Kuna.
Queen. Oh,
yeah,
another one. Nice.
Levon's just looking for exactly that with his lings.
Oh my god.
But the Hellions are not being protected by the Marines. I think that these Marines are going to be enough though, and he will be forced back. Finally, just these lings are not enough against the stimmed Marines, as the third base will be taken. And remember, Kuna is actually ahead of on workers because Levon did sacrifice a lot to make this many lings early on. He's delayed the third command center by a great deal, but he's cost himself something at the same time. He's just now getting his fourth base as well. But overall, Kuna Matata is ahead in this game so far, as Baneling speed and +1 weapons start for Levon.
Yeah, that looked pretty scary once the lings were in, but luckily he
Kuna
had
hasn't
just enough.
landed his third though.
Oh.
Gotta land that, man. Kuna, this is not like you.
Yeah, so many little mistakes here by Kuna Matata.
Yeah, I think he might be nervous. Well, like you said, he hasn't played in a little bit. But he's gonna land that now. And he's gonna go after these Queens. He's gonna get a lot of lings, but there's no Banelings here. There's no Banelings at all. He's only just now morphing them.
Yeah, Baneling speed isn't even done yet.
Kuna's gonna get into a huge position. There's so many lings though. Will that itself be enough? The tank's doing a lot of damage. The Marines are cutting back, and they are gonna hold against this.
Such nice kiting there by Kuna Matata. Saved so many Marines.
But those Marines are so low now. They're going to start taking so much damage. If they get hit by the Banelings, they're just straight up going to die. But Kuna needs to... Is he going to keep pushing forward? I don't think he actually really needs to.
Well, he's got
yeah, the follow-up comes. He overstayed his welcome just a little bit too long, but now he's up 20 supply. He's in great shape. And he's sending another wave across the map.
Yeah, and this time it will be with +1/1 versus a +1.
The Cloak is continuing to bite away at these Queens as well. And as you said, the upgrade lead will be in Kuna's favor, but only for a few seconds. No, it'll be 1-1 versus 1-1. It'll be equal upgrades now, as the tank siege is up. So many lings streaming forward, and he's just going to back away, not even going to try and fight this. He's going to go to the main instead and try and drop there. And he drops one medivac already. And he will drop the second one as well. Get some serious damage done. Take out some links and then just retreat. Meantime, we've got attacks everywhere for Kuna Matata. Really pushing Levon's multitasking to the limit. But Levon is just up to the challenge. Loses a medivac, does Kuna. And Levon forces Kuna back. And even takes a bit of a... not a supply advantage, but reduces the supply deficit. But Levon is down 15 workers. He's doing everything he can, but he just has no room to breathe. This is how Kuna plays. He just continues to push and push and push. And you never have time to build the army or economy you want.
Yeah, Kuna Matata is a very aggressive player, which is one thing I love about his playstyle.
And once again, he's moving out. You never have a moment to breathe against Kuna Matata. His name does not belie his playstyle.
Oh, you gotta be careful with that tank.
Well, he needs to lift that up, and he will. But he's gonna have to back away. This attack aborted before it begun. I do not like that landing. I do not like that landing at all.
Oh no. This might be the opening that Levon needed to come back into this game here.
He has taken the supply lead for the first time this game, I think.
Yeah, he's even taking a 5th base before Kuna Matata is taking a 4th base here. Oh, well, he made the 4th base, has yet to land.
Yeah, his 4th base will be done very, very shortly. Kuna is making 15 Marines at a time.
Oh man, wow.
That's a lot of Marines. Remember, Levon is still at 54 workers. His army is mostly Zerglings. But he's going to deny this 4th base, that's for sure. But in the meantime, there's a huge attack in the middle of the map. An attempted flank does some work, but it's just not enough, I don't think. The Lings and Banes coming in after the tank, but the tank is standing strong. The tank is well protected. But the Kuna is forced to pull back against this flood of Lings attacking the 3rd base. But these Lings on their own are just going to do nothing against the stimmed Marine pack. Stimmed Marine flood, the stimmed Marine horde. Usually terms we would use to describe the Zerg itself. Now we're applying to the Terran. As Hive starts for Levon, but Kuna is up 30 supply all of a sudden.
Yeah, he managed to clean up all those Lings, which is gonna give him a big army supply lead, 84 to 60 here. And he's on plus 2-2 versus 2-1 here. So this could be Kuna Matata's best, or I guess one of his best windows to attack right now.
It's pretty much entirely Ling Bane for Levon, which is not something that really scales well later into the game. He needs some incredible connections, but look at those splits from Kuna! Oh, that's beautiful play there. The Banelings flood in and they just smash against the rocks like waves against the tide, unable to do some serious damage. The Lings will flood forward. Again, the stimming is, I think there's a bit of an overstim from Kuna, but he just might not matter. He's going to cancel all these Banelings as they're morphing. He's going to take out these Lings almost before they get there. They're just all going to die. Kuna is up 40 supply. He's pushing forward. He's looking to get this win right here, right now. The tank siege is up. Getting damage done. The Marines are all so low. They might just survive long enough. They push forward. They're in a good position. They cannot stim anymore. They're stimmed out. The first tank goes down. The second one's still shelling down damage from above, but it's 50 supply up. The damage has been done. Kuna is pushing in with more and more fresh reinforcements, and that's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back. GG! Kuna will take game number 3.
Wow, what a great game by Kuna Matata. Great micro. I mean, it was a little bit shaky in the beginning with a few mistakes here and there, but as you can see, once it got to the mid game, Kuna Matata, you know, the adrenaline kicked in, and yeah, that was such a great game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And it looks like AlpX is gonna go ahead to take it 3-0.
Yeah, congratulations for AlpX. Congratulations from TSØP. Played very well, fought very hard. There were some very close games. Game number 2 didn't seem super close, but game number 1, game number 3, both of them very hard fought, especially by people with lower MMR. They did their very best, and hope to see them later on in the season.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like we're not gonna actually get our Star Killer game. I was actually hoping to see him play, but it's okay. At least we got the 3-0.
That's unfortunate.
All right. Let's go ahead and run through our upcoming events if you want to do that.
Alright, let's take a look. We'll go to the 2009 section. So as we've already said, tomorrow we do have our MVP Cup, which will be a $150 tournament for all of our best players in AlphaX, including a $5 prize for the top non-Grandmaster placer in the tournament. N2O will be our caster. I will be co-casting parts of it. We will also have an Alpha Pro Series on Sunday at 2 PM Eastern Standard Time, Starkiller vs Practice X, as well as another one 2 hours later, which will be Masa vs Australia. That ought to be a pretty good one. Like two WCS Winter caliber players. Both of them, I believe, winners of the ladder qualifier for the top 8 ladder players in North America. So we're gonna have some very high level games coming up for you later on. Next week, at Friday, 7 PM Eastern Standard Time, so the same as this one, we will have a battle against Risen in the Alpha Team League America's Pro. So don't miss that, because that one's going to be a very good one. And then the day after that, we'll have Alpha X Contenders Cup Round of 8 Group B for 5600 MMR or below. Ravage, Swagcar, Mandolino, and our very own Kumatata, who just won that game. So we've got a ton of stuff coming up, so do tune in. Make sure to follow us. We've got some great StarCraft. We bring it to you every single weekend.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, thank you guys, all you guys that are tuned in. I think we're ending the night at like around 40 viewers, so that's awesome. And also thank you to all the follows, and especially Sniper SC, who subscribed with a tier 3, which is, I think this is our first tier 3 subscription. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Any last words before we wrap this up, Sal?
Thank you to all of our followers. Thank you to everyone who watches us, everyone who donates their time and money to us. Alpha X wouldn't be half the clan it is without all of you.
Yeah, for sure.
I've seen it grow a great deal over the last year and a bit, from games between essentially low GMs and such to playing with people like Marsa and Australia and Solar and Creator, of having our like $20 MVP cups going all the way up to $100+ tournaments. It's really been amazing seeing Alpha X grow from a large group of like players who play together and such to a full-on semi-pro like clan, a team who run all these amazing events. It's the amount of growth we've had in the last year and a bit is incredible, and I look forward to the next one.
Yeah, same here. All right, guys, that does it. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. This is your friendly neighborhood casting duo signing out.